you know what? The people that I scare and shock, or like did in the past, maybe I was meant to do that to shake them up because they're being so silly. Maybe the next time someone said that, they were less shocked. Maybe the next person, the next patient they saw in their role as mental health professionals said something and they were able to comfort them, that person, because I said something way more shocking. Maybe they said something similar to what I said, but they were not shocked because they had already been shocked with me. And because they were meant to just be shaken awake. To be like, snap the fuck out of it. Do your fucking job. So maybe in the future, if I do shock someone, maybe I'm just meant to. So that their capacity for the thing that's shocking them increases. And their tolerance increases and their acceptance increases. And so the more that they see me break down, maybe they'll see someone else break down and go like, this is so normal, this is fine. If I'm meant to live a life outside of fear, I have to also not be afraid of triggering someone else's fear, which I inevitably will if I'm living such a life because it's important to me. The alternative is to not have anyone in my life at all. But if my priority is to live a life outside of my own fear, it's not like my fears are so outside of this world and alien to everyone else. My fears are very congruent with everyone else's fears. And if I'm transcending my own fears in my own life and I'm going like, well, you know what, it's not shameful to be seen like this, you know what, it's not shameful to be cringe or whatever publicly, the people who are still afraid of that will still be shocked and dismayed and disappointed and disgusted and afraid. Not because like they're incapable, but because maybe they haven't prioritized transcending that fear themselves. And so it's their fear talking. It's not like the person. It's never like me. It's not the truth. It's just my fear. It's like from my past experiences, my lived experiences. So if their fear is talking, of course they will be shocked and dismayed. But essentially, there's no way around it. Unless I live a life totally isolated, which I absolutely don't want to do. So actually, another fear I have to transcend is this fear of shocking them. I just have to. It's like a byproduct. I didn't even see it as a different fear. I was like, I actually was like, why is this happening? There's just something wrong with me? No. There's actually nothing ever wrong with anyone. If someone said to me, is there something wrong with me? I'd be like, what against, compared to what? No. I'd be like, you're crazy for even saying that. But I say that to myself all the time, at a very subconscious level probably. So no. And I have to treat myself with the respect that I treat everyone else. And on top of that, if I'm so aligned with my focus and priorities of transcending fear, I have to remember that at every step. And then I also have to remember that it's like a ripple. It's not isolated to me. My behaviors and actions are already being affected by my focus at a very cellular level. And it's not even that I like, wake up and I go consciously, let's behave outside of fear today. It's that if I'm changing my beliefs, my behaviors and actions are already following in a way that I can't understand because I see myself every day, every second. But for people who see me like once a month, once a week, already they're probably seeing a difference in a different way. And so when I see a reaction of shock or whatever, it's not like I see disgust now. It's just that there's a fear from the past lived experiences. But let's say that I did see disgust in the future sometime. It would make sense and it would actually be a validation that I'm living in line with my own priorities. not everything means the thing that I think it means, you know? Because my monkey brain would be like, this means you're an idiot. This means you're crazy. This means no one else is like you. You're a little alien. You should hide everything that about yourself. It doesn't mean that. Maybe they are like me and they haven't, their priority has not been to transcend fear. Maybe that's not been their number one priority. Maybe something else is their number one priority. And so, in this box, in this arena of fear, they're behaving as they normally would. It's like knee-jerk reaction. For me, in this box, this has been priority number one, and so I'm being intentional in this box, but I'm probably not being intentional in this box. I actually have to remember that everyone has different priorities in different boxes. You know, I'm like being offended that like in this arena number one, people are giving me automated responses, and I'm like, but I'm being so intentional. How come? How come they're not being intentional and they're like shock or whatever? Because they're being intentional somewhere else. Wake up, Samreen.